Can you hear me? Better? Does this really need to be this close? Okay. Uh, Welcome, everyone, to the 2025 edition of the OCRS, the Oregon Cyber Resilience Summit. This is the 8th continuous year that we have offered the summit to the Oregon community. However, before we start, I would like to acknowledge the history of the land on which we find ourselves today. The University of Oregon is located in Kalapuya-Ilihi, the traditional indigenous homeland of the Kalapuya people. Following treaties between 1851 and 1855, Kalapuya people were dispossessed of their indigenous homeland by the United States government and forcibly removed to the Coast Reservation in Western Oregon. Today, descendants are citizens of the Confederated Tribes of Grand Run Community of Oregon and the Confederated Tribe of Siletz Indians of Oregon, and continue to make important contributions to their communities at U of O and across the land we now refer to as Oregon. We express our respect for all federally recognized tribal nations of Oregon. This includes the Burns Paiute Tribe, the Confederated Tribes of Coos, Lower Umpqua and Sayusla Indians, the Confederated Tribes of Grand Run Community of Oregon, the Confederated Tribes of Siletz Indians of Oregon, the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation, the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs, the Coquille Indian Tribe, the Cow Creek Band of Umpqua Tribe of Indians, and the Klamath Tribes. We also express our respect for all other displaced indigenous people who call Oregon home. Okay. So, it is great to have you here in Eugene and at the Eugene campus at the University of Oregon. Fall is such a precious time for us here. You will see a lot of activity around, not just you. There's going to be a lot of students. This is our second week of classes for the term, and we really love this time of the year. So the theme for this year's summit is Secure by Design. You probably have heard about this approach to security, but what does it really mean to practitioners and to the public in general? We will spend today listening to cybersecurity practitioners from different sectors, educators, students, and sponsors as they present elements of their ideas for becoming secure by design. Let's take today as an opportunity to learn from each other and develop new professional connections. I hope you all have a very productive day, and more importantly, that you do enjoy yourselves. You're gonna see a lot of sponsors and a lot of your colleagues here, so please do spend a little bit of time talking to them. That's part of the idea here. And now, I would like to introduce you to the University of Oregon's Senior Vice President for Finance and Administration and Chief Financial Officer, Jamie Moffett, who will offer the opening remarks for OCRS 2025. Please help me welcome her to the podium.
Thanks, Jose. Wow, it was amazing coming into the EMU this morning and seeing all the people, the gigantic line downstairs. So thanks everyone for taking time for this event. I think sometimes I know our lives are so incredibly busy and we're just trying to get so much stuff done that it's really hard to take time out for training and development and meeting with colleagues, but it is incredibly important, especially in a field like this where things are moving so quickly that hopefully you get the benefit of learning from others about better approaches and new approaches. So I joined the university about 22 years ago, which seems crazy to me. And I really don't think we had a cyber team 22 years ago. We might have had a couple people actually, but we did not have the kind of team that we have today. And I stepped into this role about 14 years ago, and I may be forgetting things because that happens occasionally now, but I don't think we had a really large budget related to this area. I'm sure we had some budget, but we did not have the kind of budget we have today. I think it was about 5 to 8 years ago when suddenly cybersecurity issues and cybersecurity budget issues started coming to my attention in a really large way. We have a strategic investment process here at the university where we encourage everybody from across the campus, when they have proposals for the president or the provost for new funding, to put it through a streamlined process where we can have a group of faculty, students, and staff take a look at those recommendations. And it was, I think, about 7-8 years ago when we started seeing cybersecurity issues really coming to the front of that list, and really the importance and the necessity kind of came to mind. And so we've tried really hard to invest in those areas and to make sure as an institution that we're taking the steps necessary. I don't think senior leadership truly really understood all of this until a few years ago, where I think it really hit home. And it actually was our CIO, Abhijit Pandit, who gave a presentation to our executive leadership team. And I remember he had these slides up there where he was talking about hackers and talking about folks that were trying to break into our systems. And he was trying to explain how professionalized it's become. And I think it really hit for many of us when he started to talk about the fact that in many countries, this is a 9-to-5 job, or maybe it's a 9-to-9 job, and people get health insurance for doing this, and they get 401ks, and it's just very professionalized. And I think for many of us, that really, really hit home in terms of the sophistication and the professionalism of what we're dealing with. So obviously, incredibly important issue. I know in my areas, I work with teams in finance and administration. We are pushing our teams to think about how they use technology and to be more efficient, think about new business process redesign. And so technology is just more and more important to everything we do. And then these risks become greater and greater as they're here. So I'm, again, really grateful that you're all taking time on these important issues. I took a look at the agenda. It looks like an awesome day. If I could be part of it, I would like to go to the Cybersecurity for Nearly $0 session. So I'm hoping that Jose is going to that session. But it looks like you have a great agenda with a lot on it today. Just in closing, I'm really pleased that we're able to partner with many, many different groups, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, the Oregon Titan Fusion Center, Technology Association of Oregon, and many, many other industry partners to be able to host this event on our campus. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and welcome to the U of O campus.
Okay, continuing, I would like to acknowledge the partners that come together every year to offer the summit to you. They are the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, a group within the Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the Oregon Titan Fusion Center, the Technology Association of Oregon, and the University of Oregon. These organizations come together every year to identify the theme, engage sponsors, solicit presentations, and put together the program for you. So thank you to them. Okay, and bringing the summit to you is only possible because of the contributions of our sponsors. CDWG is the Emerald sponsor for the summit and the OCRS social event. So if you do happen to stick around until the end, please do join us at the social. It's a really easy way and good way to end the day, just having a conversation, having a drink, a little bit of snacks and things like that. So please join us. So please help me thank CDWG for their Emerald sponsorship. Our gold sponsors are HPE Juniper Networking and Structured. Please help me thank our gold sponsors. Supposed to be doing this too. This is a lot of devices to manage here. All right. Our silver sponsors are AWS, Cisco Systems, Delinea, Deloitte, Palo Alto Networks, Wiz, Worldwide Technology. Please help me thank our silver sponsors. Our bronze sponsors are BPM, Fortinet, SentinelOne, Sophos, and Verizon Frontline. Thank you to the bronze sponsors. Okay. A little bit of logistics before we really keep going here. So we have a great lineup of speakers and presentations covering a variety of topics. We will spend the morning in this room, in the plenary room. So everything's going to happen until lunchtime. It's going to happen over here. We will have breakout sessions in the afternoon. There are 3 rooms with 3 breakout sessions each through the afternoon. So the rooms will be, one breakout will be in this room. Another one will be at the Redwood Auditorium, which is in the same level. That is one good thing for those who are new. You came in the perfect year. This year we're doing everything in the same floor. Before we have to go up, down all the time, and it was a little tricky. So stay on this floor and you'll get to where you need to go. The Redwood Auditorium, and the other one is the Cedar Room, also just out the door here at the same level too. You should have, if you have a program, it should be in there. There should be also a QR code that takes you to the program if you want it on your phone. So please use those to move around. Complimentary refreshments and meals will be in the lobby. You saw that as you were coming in. However, if you prefer, you can also visit the EMU Level 1 and the ground floor for a selection of eateries and refreshments. Those obviously are not included in your registration today. Those are additional costs. The closest restrooms are located just north of this room near the Macmillan Gallery. That's one of the cool things about being on a campus. You find little galleries all over the place and exhibits and anywhere you go in any building. So it's a really cool thing to have here. All right. We have also allocated time throughout the day to visit the sponsors in the ballroom lobby, the Gwenwood, and also in the Maple Room. Please visit our sponsors as you plan your networking activities during the day. It's really helped us continue to bring you this event. So it's always a good exchange. I mean, talk to them, see what they have, products, not just what goodies they have, but talk about their products. That's always good. All right. Thank you very much for that. And let's see. And now let's start our activities with some words from our Emerald sponsor. Please welcome Jeremiah Salzberg, Chief Security Technologist with CDWG. So, Jeremiah, come on in.